host today.
Oh, aye. Well, it's 40 below, so the sound is cutting more sharply through the air.
Does anyone know where the planes are going, or is it all top secret or something?
Thank you for joining us tonight on Community Producers. Today we're going to talk about the Alcan Craze of 42, the play featuring the wonderful writings of Deb Butler and our local cast, and director Michael Armstrong, brought in from Nanaimo. Thank you, Michael, for joining us on Community Producers. We're going to learn a little bit about the play today. Tell us how you became involved with this project.
I was contacted by Sue Popescu, and I've been up here before. I know Sue. I've adjudicated festivals a couple of times and done workshops with Stage North and some of the other groups in the area. And Sue contacted me about a year and almost a year and a half ago. Asked if I'd be interested in coming to do this, and I jumped at the chance.
Tell us what makes this production exciting. What can people expect when they come out?
Well, it depends on your point of view. For me, as an actor and a director and a writer, I love working with new work. And though this show was done 25 years ago for the 50th anniversary of the Alaska Highway, there's been a substantial amount of rewriting happening. And I've been working with the writer, Deb Butler, since the early spring. And she's written 3 new drafts for me, and still is my friend. And so it's partly it's that, partly it's the opportunity to be creative with a brand new first production. First productions are always the most creative ones. They're the ones where you're going to set the tone for a show. The other thing for me is that my undergraduate degree is in English literature and history, and I have a great interest in British Columbia history. All of my own writing is historically based, and to be able to work on something that's about actual events, that deals with actual people. About half the characters in the show are real people. The other half are kind of based on amalgams of different community members here or in the Army that came here. So all of that's very exciting to me.
So I understand that this production is going to have multimedia and using the backdrop and that kind of thing. Is that something that you've brought to the production, or was that Deb's idea, or how did that come about?
It was a little bit of both. Sue Popescu and Deb Butler had talked to Lisa McLean, a video artist. And so Lisa's going to be doing a lot of video and projection work for us, which I think is really exciting. It adds a different level to the show. So there's that. We have live music in the show. One of our cast members, Dana Peterson, is acting as musical director, and we have piano and guitar and clarinet and some percussion. So all of the music in the show, of which there are probably about 10 songs or bits of songs, was going to be produced live on stage.
So I understand that you've come to us from Nanaimo.
Yes.
Are the other actors local, or have quite a few of them come in from out of town?
No, the actors are all from here. We actually cast in April this year. I came up in April and we did casting, and so they've all, and it was cast quite some time before the rehearsal started. So there's been a little bit of dropping out and reshuffling and those kinds of things, but which is normal for community theater. But they're all local people, and with a huge range of experiences, from people who've been doing this all their lives to some people who this is their first time on stage.
How have you found working with our small community theater versus some of the bigger productions you've been in?
I just really like the sense of community here, the people coming and working together to create something. And those kinds of experiences are, frankly, rare in professional theater. It's a job for most people, and you get together and you do the show and then you go your separate ways and it's done, right? But there really is, and particularly as we carry on through rehearsals, there is a growing sense of community and camaraderie with the cast, and that's part of what I love about working with community theater.
Hi Dennis, thanks for joining us today. Tell us a little bit about your role in this production.
I play George Duddy, who is the factor of the Hudson Bay store, where most of the action occurs during the play. It's a place where the regulars come and hang out and maybe have a wee dram after work. And it's also the place where everybody needs to go through to get supplies and or parts and pieces they need for their work that they're doing in the area, and or if they're trappers or local folk.
Deb said that we can expect some romance this time around. Is that going to involve you at all?
There's a wee bit of romance, yes.
So tell me, what's your favorite part about this production?
Well, there's lots. Getting to work with an experienced director, actor, producer, everything else he does. Plus meeting new actors and actresses, and with others that I've acted with before.
What makes this character special for you?
Probably the accent. I've been working on it, but it's still got a long way to go.
Can we hear some of that?
Well, I don't know. I'll try a little bit and see what happens.
Good luck tonight.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm actually a supporting actor, but you'll see me pop up quite a bit throughout the play.
Are you singing for us this go round?
Not alone, but I'll be in with the big group of people.
And what's your favorite part about this production so far?
I love being able to play a role where I'm very boisterous. I'm that lady that comes into the store and needs to be in everybody's business, and
That sounds like a fun part to play.
yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's cool working with Michael and being able to kind of build stuff that I didn't think about.
What's the name of your character for this show?
So I play Betty. She comes in to bring eggs into the store.
Tell us a little bit about your character and what makes her exciting for you to play.
So I'm playing Sylvia. She is pretty much the store girl of the Hudson's Bay Company. She's kind of a little flirt in the show, so I get to have a lot of fun with that. And I just kind of try to bring some cheer into the store.
So you're going to feature in the romance that we've heard about.
Yes, I definitely am.
So what was your biggest challenge bringing this character to life?
Well, this is actually the first time that I've been a main character in any play before. I've always generally been in the chorus, so definitely like having to bring more of a character, be bigger in the role is definitely been a challenge for me.
That's so great. We look forward to seeing you in this role then.
Thank you so much.
Hi, thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about your character and what makes her fun for you to play in this show.
Well, I actually have the opportunity to have two different roles, which is fantastically fun. I get to be a newspaper person and bring a little bit of life to some of the historical events that occurred. And I also get to play Rose, who's a female trapper, so that's a lot of fun as well.
A female trapper. You don't hear about that very often. Tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, not in the 40s. Well, she was somebody to be reckoned with, that's for sure. One of my favorite parts is getting in the face of Colonel Hodge and telling him what he is going to do. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. We've got a great director and a great cast of everybody, really, from the mains to the supporting. They're all fantastic to work with.
That's so great. We look forward to seeing how you bring that to life. Hi, Tila. So you are the stage manager for this production.
Yes.
Not a lot of people know what that is or what you do to contribute to the production. So tell us a little bit about your role.
Well, the stage manager is kind of the second in command after the director. Basically, I'm in charge of making sure the cast has their schedules, that they are on script. If they call for line when they're on stage, my job is to make sure that they have it. So all sorts of stuff. I'm in charge of the production basically when we hit the theater. So when the lights come up, that's me telling someone to put the lights up.
Nice. And are you also involved in like the backdrops and the props and organizing all that kind of thing?
A little bit of organizing. Basically, when we find a props person, you know, our job is to make lists, go through the script with them, say, here's what we need, here's what the director's looking for, kind of give them an idea of, you know, make sure you're looking for something from the 40s and not looking for something that looks like it's from, you know, the 90s,
So without you, the show would not go on?
I don't like to say that, no, but it's hard. It's definitely a backdrop role that that is very, very critical to putting on a good production.
So show night, we won't see you, but you're definitely going to be there.
Yes, I'm in black, so hopefully you won't see me.
So tell us a little bit about what was involved in putting together a play from the 40s. What kind of were your biggest challenges from backdrops and costuming and that kind of thing?
Costumes are a tough one for this one. We need kind of to look, to have the soldiers look like they're from the 1940s, and a lot of soldier uniforms from the 40s aren't around anymore. Because it's Fort St. John in the 40s, we're looking for fur, we're looking for wool, anything that would sort of keep the townspeople warm. So, and a lot of that stuff isn't around, so we kind of have to just make do with what we can find.
So did you work with donations, or did you have to bring things in from out of town?
Oh, all sorts of things. We've brought things in from out of town. We've looked at the Stage North costumes. Yeah, a lot of people have been helping us find, if they have a period fur that they have, we've been getting those donations in, which is really nice.
So the sets, we're set in the general store. So a lot of those products and that kind of thing, they come that way as well?
Yes, actually products, we kind of make labels for newer mason jars, kind of trying to make them look older, making sure there's not a lot of plastic, because there wouldn't have been plastic in the 40s in Fort St. John. So,
are we going to get a sneak peek at what some of those might look like?
I don't know about today, but maybe sometime.